back to KP's Kingdom, cooking with KP, and today I'm going to make my Scotch eggs. Did it work? Did it not? Wait till the end and you will find out. Here I've got 6 eggs in a saucepan. I'm going to just cover those eggs with a little bit of water straight out of the tap. I'll let those eggs come up to room temperature, by the way. Good splash of vinegar. That's going to help in case those eggs do crack. It's going to stop the white escaping as much. I'm going to put that onto a medium heat. I'm going to put a probe in there, and I'm going to set my little temperature gizmo to 94 degrees Celsius. That way I can do other things around the kitchen. I'm going to set my timer once we get to 94 degrees for 4 minutes. Okay, this is the way I do my soft boiled egg. You can do it your way. Once they've done their 4 minutes, I'm going to cool those down, cold water, put them in the refrigerator, time to peel them. All I'm going to do is give those a little bit of a crack, put that straight back in the water. It's going to help that shell come away from the actual white of the egg. Alright, so all we have to do now is simply sit back and start peeling these eggs. This is probably the most tedious part of this recipe. Okay, 500 grams of ground pork or pork mince, and I'm going to split that in half. 250 into a bowl, 250 grams into my little food processor. That goes straight in. We're going to make a sort of sausage mince out of this. Good handful of dried chives, use fresh if you want. I'm also going to add in some mixed Italian herbs. It's got some little chili flake and some tomato flake in there. A little bit of onion powder, probably around about 2 teaspoons worth. That goes straight in, and around about 1.5 teaspoons of garlic powder. A pinch of nutmeg. It really changes things up, gives it a great flavour. Give that a quick pulse up. We're going to mix all of that together, grind that meat a little bit more. It's going to make it nice and sticky and help the pork stick to the egg. So I'm just going to give that a few pulses through. Take it out. You can see we've already got some new colours into that meat because of all those herbs and spices that we mixed in. We're going to mix these 2 bits of pork together. It's going to take you a couple of minutes. Just mix all of that through and we'll end up with a great mix. Here I've got around about 1/3 of a cup of flour. Put that straight into a bowl, and here's your breadcrumbs. You can use panko if you want. This is a little trick I found out a couple of years back. By mixing the flour and the breadcrumb together, you're basically eliminating one of the processes and one of the steps in crumbing your meat or fish or whatever you're going to do. So just mix those together. I'm going to crumb these up any second. I'm going to add a bit of salt in to taste, and a bit of black and a bit of white pepper can go straight in as well to season the flour up. It's a little bit different. Right, I've got a sheet of cling film here. I'm just going to press out a little piece of this beautiful mix that we've made up, this pork mince. I'm just going to flatten that out a little bit, and I've seen people do it this way. It does not really work for me and the way my hands work. Using the gloves and forming the mince around the egg, it does work for me a bit better. Alright, but this is the basic gist of this. All we're going to do, scoop that mince up around the egg. Be very careful, that egg is quite fragile. It is a soft boiled egg. As I said, I just find it easier using the gloves. Just pinch that meat up and around the egg until it is completely covered, and by using the gloves you can actually just manipulate the meat a little bit better. If you're having trouble with the meat sticking or it ending up being very uneven, use a little bit of water on your hands. It will make it a little bit easier to control. So just keep working that meat up and around the egg. If you're a new viewer to the channel, you probably don't know, yes, I do have multiple sclerosis and my hands do not work properly at all, but we're doing the best we possibly can at the moment. So just simply form that mince up and around the egg like I'm doing there. As I said, nice soft hands, and thank God I did not have any spasms or anything making these, because they ended up being perfectly covered and they all ended up being in one piece. So just keep working that mince around like that, and we can put those aside on a tray like that. Alright, and simply just going to repeat that with every other egg. Alright, time to get these breaded up. I'm going to dip it into our flour breadcrumb mixture. as I said, you can use panko breadcrumbs. That will work as well. Just give that a real nice coating. Set them aside. So do your first coat. Let them sit for a little bit. That breadcrumb will absorb a little bit of moisture. Alright, now what we're going to do now is get one of these eggs, put it into a little bit of egg wash, which is a beaten egg with a tiny dash of water, and into the egg, straight back into our crumbs. Beautiful thing about wearing these gloves, you're not going to get your hands all caked up terribly with all that breadcrumb and the egg mixture. I'm trying to use one hand for the dry, one hand for the wet, and just keep getting rid of any of those wet spots on the egg or on our mince, and we're going to be getting ready to deep fry. I'm going to deep fry these at 160 degrees, and I'm going to cook those for around about 5 to 6 minutes. Not very long at all. We want the meat to get cooked, not the actual egg itself. Alright, couldn't bring the deep fryer over. Just going to show you a little hack. Get a little masher like that. It will hold the egg. Lower that into the oil nice and carefully. Now it's time for us to plate up. I'm just going to plate that up with a very basic lettuce salad and some beautiful crinkle cut chips. My favourite, of course. Right, just how simple a meal is that? Takes you a little bit of preparation, but it is definitely worth it, and I'd love to see you try and make this one at home. Now we're getting ready for the final glory moment. Did the egg stay runny, or did it end up being a hard-boiled egg on the inside? Alright, let's cut this little sucker open and find out. Alright, fingers crossed. Okay, and let's cut this open. So, first go, first try. We're going to cut this egg open like that, and it should be nice and runny on the inside. It's a nice thick runny, which is what I like. Thank you so much for watching this video. Really do appreciate it. If you like this video, hit the like button. Gives me confidence. Should make you feel warm and fuzzy too. Share this video with all your friends, all platforms of social media. Trying to get the name of KP's Kingdom out there. Hit the notifications bell. You'll be notified every time a new video goes up. Meanwhile, if you want to learn how to make classics just like this one, you need to come and join the family, my family. Hit that subscribe button. You'll never miss another one of my videos again. Off to these amazing Scotch eggs, and I will catch you next time. Bye!